Oh no, what are we going to do?
I don't know.
We just go with it. Pretend
for
this.
Oh, the Canadian Tom just fucking joined at the wrong moment.
We're like Jehovah's Witnesses staring into an open doorway. I don't know what to do. Yeah, Max, we've got no Tom this week, so you're Canadian Tom, all right?
I'm way less fat.
Are you drunk? Welcome to Vape Talk UK, episode number 89. I am Riyadh. I'm joined with Dolan, obviously, Stuart, obviously, and Canadian Tom.
Canadian Tom not very happy about his name.
Maxime Dube. Is it Dube? Dube.
Dube.
They go from
Dube.
Deathwish Mods and what was the juice line again?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, that one. The thickest of oils.
I've heard Dolan likes that.
Yeah.
I've been known to dabble.
Dolan's a bit of a fan of that. So yes. That is basically that. It's a bit of an impromptu entrance.
Yeah, well, we plan to hide him, but
and then he joined right at the time we went live.
Yeah.
Why am I doing this, Mark? What have you put me into?
You will never work it out. Not even like you go to bed tonight and you'll be like, I don't even know what happened. Right, let's kick us off. What we're vaping on and all that sort of bullshit. What we've been up to this week, well, last week really, and stuff like that. Let's go.
Go on, then. Who's going first?
Go on, Max. You can have the honours. What are you vaping on, buddy?
I'm vaping on the Sherman with the bubble tank Ultim made by Nova Boxco with a plastic box mod, custom box Mikey did for me. This box is particular because I'm actually testing these batteries, so hint, hint, something's coming. These are 2700 Sanyos, 30 amps.
Ooh, we've been talking about that on the show.
I'm working on something, but these batteries are awesome. Really, really nice. I just swap I vape 0.3 in series, swap the battery once a day. That's all I use.
0.3 in series?
Yeah.
Shit. What, in that Sherman?
Yeah. These are a few slapped in, and I'm vaping on Akina.
Oh, well, fuck me.
So as it stands at the moment, 2700s are winning.
Mooch has done a good review on it.
Yeah, we talked about that. I can tell you watched the show, Max. If
I wasn't on the show, it's because I didn't have access to internet, because I should have been on the show for a while now. I'm sorry. I'm Canadian. I'm sorry.
That is what Canadians do.
Yeah. But yeah, these batteries are awesome. I'm working on the tube. Prototype has been done. It's worked. Like, it's coming. A lot of shit's coming for Deathwish. So yeah. But we're not at that part, I guess. I don't want to ruin the show, so.
You'll probably find that's not the thing that's going to ruin the show.
All right.
It's normally in about an hour when Big Tom comes on that ruin it.
It's the fat bloke in the car that tends to spoil it.
We're not talking about you or me.
Okay.
Tom.
I'm just being difficult.
I haven't spoken to him in a while. Don't know where he's at.
He's somewhere on the M9, I think.
I believe he's delivering Chinese takeaway. That's his new distribution job, isn't it?
Fair enough. What juice you got, Max? Do we have to ask?
It's the Akina oil. Been a while since I've vaped on it, and I know Mark loves it.
Mine.
Oh boy. We're about to die, Mark.
Firmly in the red.
No, I'll send you some flavorings.
But in fact, my whole desk is covered in empty bottles of Akina.
You have a trail of them wherever you go, don't you?
No wonder I get messages from the UK. Yeah, well, where can I find Akina? Because Vape is out of stock. Yeah, I know. That tall bloke is vaping all of it. Jeez.
It's true though what he's saying, you know.
What about being a tall guy?
No, I mean, it sounds to viewers like this is a joke, but it's true. You are actually vaping all of it.
And I actually get PMs about it. It's all
Well, you are the reason for the UK shortage.
I'm still yet to try it.
It's really nice.
I can't believe I didn't.
Rick, I'll send you some out of my private stash. Just don't tell Max.
Don't do that. Don't do that, because that looks like kickbacks and stuff, and we don't want to do that. Especially with, show, especially with some content later on.
Hashtag Rickbacks.
Hashtag Rickbacks. You know, Rickbacks. They're like kickbacks, but for me.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I don't get into your insides yet.
I really hope you don't get into my insides.
Maybe.
I don't know. By the sounds of those Rickbacks, enough distributors have been into your insides, Rick.
Oh yeah. Right. Actually, saying that, I've just got a whole desk full of empty pots of Vaseline.
Just squeeze another distro in there. Where is James Seawood? We ain't seen him for a while.
Yeah, where is he? I don't know. Obviously doing vape-based stuff. Anyway, moving swiftly on. Mark Dolan. Let me guess. Sherman.
No, I'm not. I'm being completely different this week.
No, wait for it. Go on.
What?
Go on, Captain High End.
So I've got my iTaste MPV. What else can I find?
Here we go.
Sherman.
No, it's not. It's not.
Oh.
It's the Tornado. No, it's not.
It's a Hurricane.
The Hurricane Junior on the 75-watt Osmodus box.
Andy Gregory says clone. You're getting called out.
What's a clone? Bite me.
That's nice.
And it is very nice. And
Hang on, people didn't see that at home.
Sorry, Cheap Thrills, Sunset Strip.
Cheap Thrills making waves again.
Yeah. I mean, it's like 400% sugar, but it's delicious.
Oh, it's really good. And I'm not into that sort of lemonade-y kind of thing. But honestly, the orange and the blackberries and it's just divine. Yeah, we had the guys down from Cheap Thrills at the weekend. We had a meet in Leicester and they came down, showed their support, and had a really, really good weekend. What else am I vaping on? In my other hand, Kadama with my Goon. And I am flipping between thick oil, butter oil.
Nice juice.
Oh, so you didn't show that bottle. What's that?
And my new favourite at the minute.
Barista Brew Company. What's that? Cinnamon glazed blueberry what?
Scone.
Scone.
Scone. Fastest cake in the world.
Fastest cake on planet.
You watched that episode of Undateables as well, then?
Is it from something? I think I must have heard it at school or something.
I don't know. It was actually a joke that said Undateables. And funny enough, Stuart went out on a date at some point last week, I think it was, and his episode's due to air in about 3 weeks.
You're such a cock. You're such a fucking cock. You really are.
It's not my fault. It's really not. Is that it for you? I'm getting confused with names. How did your meet go, by the way? Let's talk about the week as well. How did your meet go?
Yeah, it was really, really good. Busy meet. Really, really humbled by the amount of people that turn up from all over the country. You know, obviously the guys from the guys at Cheap Thrills came from. We had guys.
Did they have the Cheap Thrills? What do they call them? Dream Team. No. I'm sure Kevin will put us right. Party Bus.
The Thrill Squad.
Thrill Squad, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, Thrill Squad. Yeah, no. Yeah, what was I saying? You throw me now. Yeah, obviously they came down from, where are they? Brighton, aren't they?
Brighton, yep.
So they made a good journey up. No, it was a really good night. Some excellent prizes. Good cloud comp. No, it was a really, 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 really good night. Really good night.
I suppose when it's your baby as well, it's like
Yeah, it's just unfortunate I don't get to get out and mingle as much as I'd like to at these things. But you know, it'll come to the point where I'll be able
I
to.
don't know. I checked out the webcam feed. You're doing a lot of mingling. I think it's Martin. Martin was doing all the work, and you were just mingling. I think.
Did they have Martin in a fucking long-tailed coat, bringing canapes around? Hors d'oeuvre, sir. It's the kind of thing I'd imagine Martin doing.
In fact, I think the probably about the 10 minutes I watched, you just stood there next to Big Tom.
Well, I was quite late you joined us then, because as normal, Tom was late.
Well, yeah, there's no surprise there, is there?
Yeah, so next week I'm hoping to have a Pandora in my hand as well, because that useless fat shit JB will hopefully have got it sorted. I will have my favourite RDA back in my hand.
Oh, is it actually on sale for next week?
And it's not on sale from next week. The final prototype's being made tomorrow, apparently.
Yeah, more inside bullshit that the rest of us get left out of. I understand.
Hey, there was no secrets about it. It was in live chat. You just chose not to read it.
Was it?
Yeah.
I want him to
I'll tell you,
me. I want to know what all the fuss is about.
Stuart, you're
have you
not
tried it yet,
that big a deal.
What?
Max, have you tried the Pandora yet?
No, sadly, that fat cunt didn't send me one. So that's JB. He's gonna. I don't care. We've sold like 400 or 500 Shermans in Canada distribution. So that's his loss. Just watching him now. If he's watching.
Just saying, Barker. Just saying.
Oh, there you go.
So, Rick, then, what you got in your hand?
Over to me. What have I got in my hand? Apart from the obvious. Rig V2.
Yeah, something you didn't pay for.
So, what, the Rig V2?
No, when you said apart from the obvious.
Oh, no, that's actually sat in the shop there.
Oh, okay.
I'm waiting for an O-ring from someone.
What's the obvious?
Yeah, so I'm still waiting for a full switch assembly from him.
The obvious would be my penis. But anyway, moving swiftly on. Got the Rig V2 vaping, blah, blah, blah. Miami Drip Club, which is the other half to Cheap. I keep forgetting my camera's down there now, not up here. So the other half, very decent juice. All of them are decent.
Beautiful juice.
Out of the worst one for me, and it's still good, is the lime one.
Yeah, agreed.
Out of all 6 from Cheap Thrills and Miami Drip Club. And then obviously on the Minikin V2 with the Serpent 25 Mini. And I actually noticed something about this today. And Stuart confirmed it, that he had a similar issue with the OBS engine. Now, basically, when you wick this one, if you use anything like cotton bacon or fuzz or anything with really high density, it struggles to wick it. But if you use like Muji pads and then do like the Scottish roll sort of method, it actually wicks it perfectly. I'm not sure why, but probably more density or something.
Well, that's what I use, Max. I use Kendo Gold, and I can't.
Bomb.
Yeah, I love it for RDAs, but it doesn't work in the engine.
It's from a tank. I think you need sort of a thinner density, which the cotton pads is fine with. But I mean, yeah, I'm not saying. I mean, fuzz and cotton bacon and Kendo is sort of everybody's preference choice for RDAs. But for tanks like this, it just doesn't work that well. For this one, however, it does, because you've got a completely different wicking style. You've got the holes in there. It doesn't have to feed underneath. So I noticed that actually. So yeah, that was quite exciting to work that one out. And just jam.
Just jam. Still loving it, Rick.
It's delicious. It tastes like jam.
I still can't get into it.
Believe it or not.
But everyone loves it.
It changed. This juice changed. The Just Jam. When I first went in the UK at Vape Jam, I fell in love with this juice. And the last Vape Expo I went, didn't taste the same. And I know Capella discontinued the strawberry jam flavoring, so since then I don't like it as much. I don't know why.
I didn't taste it at Jam. to be honest. So the first time I tried it was at the Expo just gone, October time. And so obviously I can't make that comparison, but for me, it actually tastes really, really, really
Does that
good.
count as Inception if you vape just jam at Vape Jam?
Yeah,
anyway. But I said that about fried green cakes and what's the other one that
Pancake bud.
I agree with you on cream
the
cakes.
French dude as well. They've changed completely.
I agree with you on cream cakes, but I actually prefer the new recipe.
Kevin Lester, brush the ends out, Rick. No. It's just the cotton's too dense.
For the purposes of what he's saying, Kevin, assume he knows how to vape. And then base your questions on that assumption, and that'll make everyone's lives easier.
This show was better with the green screen. Oh yeah, no one's noticed the green screen in the background. It's gone. It's gone purely because we had people come around taking photographs of the house to put it back up for rent because we are moving.
You leveled down as a YouTuber now then?
What?
If you don't have a working green screen, you've leveled down as a YouTuber, haven't you?
I've still got a working one. I just need to pin it back up again. But we are moving on the 6th of March.
Where are you going, Rick?
Scotland.
You're actually going?
Yeah, going to Scotland. The shop's pretty much a done deal. We just need to sign a lease.
You're lucky you'll be close to JB.
Yeah. No, to be fair, Scotland there's very few people, but quite a lot of distance between them. And I think
so luckily it'll be far enough away.
Luckily it'll be far enough away.
He's gonna be creeping in one of your windows one night, I'm sure.
I'm pretty sure he's still through a window.
He's still a club for Annie. Not really the most mobile, is he?
No, not right now.
There you go.
The stalking's begin, Rick. Whereabouts are you going?
Between Edinburgh and Glasgow, if that helps.
Scotland.
Yeah, Scotland.
Just quite a long way from Banff, then.
Yeah. So the vape shop thing's happening. Hopefully, very well. Probably last week of March, depending on what things happen, to the first week of April. So getting quite close to the TPD date as well. So.
Exciting times.
We're unsure whether it's just to stop 10 mils or get a few 60s in just to bang it out. But I'm sure we'll be doing our own juice line with Nick Shots, which is a conversation we're having a bit later. DIY shit, right?
Yeah. DIY shit.
There you go, Sean. Thank you very much. Congrats on the shop. It's not open
Who
yet.
wants to buy fucking 10 mls? That's why Shy Vape asked me earlier why the shortage of Tickle in the UK. It's called TPD.
Yeah. And stolen vaping it all.
Yeah, probably more to do with Dolan Gate than anything else.
Dolan Gate. The fucking juice hoover.
There you go. Kevin Lester. Name
my stock levels tomorrow.
Yeah, you've seen the size of the fucker though. I mean, he takes more to run on than the rest of us, doesn't he?
He's like a Dodge Charger or whatever it is. You know, those high petrol. Where's the vape shop? Well, it's not open yet, but it's going to be. I'm not going to say too much. We have got a name for it.
McRiads.
It's probably the only name available in the world for a vape shop because everything else seems to be fucking taken. We went for Vape Squee, but apparently it's gone. Just a different way you pronounce it. So
Vape Skew. Is it Vape Skew?
Vape-esque, you know.
No, Vape Skew.
Vape-esque.
Oh, Vape Squee, yeah. But, yeah, we want to call it Vape Squee. But yeah, 1,000,001 names has gone. So I mean, we've both, because I'm going in partnership with someone, we've both actually found a name that we like. McVape would be brilliant. However, I think it's a bit patronising to us.
Can't you call it like ye olde vapey shoppy?
There is already one.
Is there really? Damn it.
Ye Old Vape Shop in Newcastle upon Tyne, I think it is.
To be fair, down in Bath City Centre, right by the Abbey, there's this little hole in the wall whiskey and tobacco shop that just does like single malts and fucking pipes and like proper backy and nice cigars and stuff like that. And even he's got like a little corner now full of fucking vape stuff in his shop.
They all have. They're all doing it.
But the most out of place looking thing ever though. Like everything else is dusty as fuck and smells of backy and booze. And then there's just like this little Innikin stand in the corner.
It's all going to increase with the news we got as well. But let's get your little part out of the way, Stuart.
Well, I haven't even said what I'm vaping on.
That's what I mean.
I'm being a wanker and I'm on 3 setups again as well, but there is a reason for it. So I've got a Cricket 2 with a goon and some lovely frame staples that I built last night in there. Hey.
Again, placebo.
Pardon?
Placebo effect. Just put a straight.
Yeah, whatever. Grow up. And on that, I'm vaping Batch from Candy King.
Hang on a minute. You're telling me to grow up, yet you believe something that's not been scientifically proven. Crack on.
It's not worth it, Rick. It's not worth it. We've done this enough times now. We don't need to keep doing it. I like building. You don't.
I do. I like building proper calls at
Yeah, you like twisting a bit of coat hanger up. I understand. You carry on. Right. I've got the Korma again. The Innikin Chroma. This little beast fucking temp control mode again.
Why won't you wiggle it so no one can actually see it?
Sorry. I've got the Innikin Chroma. And excuse the nasty bottle, but I've got some homebrew in there that one of my regulars at the shop made for me and came in and surprised me with, the little sweetheart. A neat custard cream flavour.
Did he walk in and throw it at your head? Like, surprise.
No, but that would have surprised me. But it's fucking lovely. It's really nice. So that's a good thing. And then I've got my Endless with my Slamum and all that bullshit going on. Silver-plated cap, silver-plated switch. You know it. You've seen it. And I've got another homebrew in there, but this is a little bit different. This is made from a one-shot concentrate called Tobacco Crunch. And
there's a reason why Stuart's showing loads of homebrew.
Yeah, there is a reason why I'm showing loads of homebrew, because we're going to chat about homebrew in a bit. And they're 2 very sort of distinctly different types of homebrew, these. So that's why I'm vaping them both tonight in the spirit of what we're going to be chatting about.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Right, guys, if I can ask you to be quiet for a second, we have had some, well, it's GMTV, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
This morning, actually done a little bit of news in favour of vaping, and Dr. Hillary, the boss he is, I think, is it Dr. Hillary that can't grow sideburns? I don't know. It might be Dr. Christian. From Embarrassing Bodies, I should know. I've got one. And I don't know why I found that funny. Let's just fucking get on with it, shall we?
Yeah, hurry up, Rick.
I can't find the
Scientists are hailing e-cigarettes to be far safer than normal cigarettes.
Yeah, it's believed they can also help smokers curb their cravings and, in fact, kick the habit altogether. Charlotte, you've got more details.
I have, yeah, because there's been a bit of confusion about this. Unlike previous surveys, this new study looked at the actual levels of nicotine and harmful substances in the body after smoking. Now, the problem with normal cigarettes is that they release addictive nicotine, but also that smoke carries tar and poisonous chemicals into the lungs, and it can cause cancer. E-cigarettes use a liquid containing nicotine and flavourings. Because they don't have any of the toxic elements of normal cigarettes, today's new study shows that users had 97% fewer cancerous chemicals in their body. And the researchers say that they hope their findings will reassure those people who want to quit, but might have been confused by the mixed messages they've heard so far about the safety of e-cigarettes.
Dr. Hillary joins us now. So they are safer, but are they a gateway to cigarettes? That's the big concern amongst particularly parents whose, you know, teenagers might.
They may be. It's fueling that habit of having something in the hand, socially attractive to children who might think this is something to be emulated and copied. However, for those people who are already smoking, and there are 10 million smokers in the UK, this is really good news. It's even better news than we had from simulated experiments in the past that suggested that e-cigarettes were much safer than smoking tobacco. This confirms it. And because these e-cigarettes contain nicotine, it means that people can get rid of their cravings and give up smoking this way.
It all sounds very positive, Hilary, but you're a doctor yourself. I'm sure you're not going to say, absolutely, we advocate e-cigarettes. There is a downfall.
The best thing to do is never smoke at all, never smoke anything. But if someone's already smoking and finding it difficult to quit, then nicotine replacement therapy or e-cigarettes is the most popular method of quitting. But the interesting thing coming out of this survey was that if you continue to smoke some tobacco cigarettes whilst trying to do the transfer to e-cigarettes, the effect is not nearly as useful. So you've got to give up the tobacco to move to e-cigarettes if you want the benefits.
Yeah.
Gateway to cigarettes, my arse.
Hurrah! Are we back? We're back. We're back.
He is a doctor, Dr. Hillary.
Yeah.
Well, I just like the fact that he pointed that out. You're a doctor, Dr. Hillary.
Taking the good points from that. Well, I think everything apart from the old gateway to cigarettes thing was hugely positive.
No, but to their credit, you know, they could be. They, you know, you do see teenagers vaping. Like, people could view it that way. It's not, by and large, it's mostly not. The figures show, especially in America, the figures show that it's not a gateway at all. But, you know, they could be.
There you go. But it's nice to have some good press for once. And did you see that? Do you see that statistic? 97%.
Even better than the figures that we've been touting.
I need to take down the 95% logo off the wall. I need to change it to 97%.
Yeah, just scribble over it. It'll change again at some point, I'm sure.
The 95% logo was 95% or more.
It wasn't. It was up to.
Up to. No.
Yeah,
No.
the quote from the paper was up to.
Oh, was it up to?
Yeah, man.
Oh, okay. All right, fair enough. Well, this is 97%, so fucking stick out your bums, everybody else. That was I was quite excited by that when I saw that, and someone said that Charlotte woman that's doing the report was quite fit.
I agree.
So, you know, bringing glamour and good news to Vape Talk UK. Not that Max isn't beautiful; he is very beautiful.
I find Max quite
You're
handsome.
still stuck with the TPD though.
we are.
Insane.
But it could be worse. We could be America.
Yeah,
Or Australia.
our federal laws are heading the good way.
Yeah, or Australia. That's another good one.
I think Australia got it worse than America, haven't they?
I don't know.
Well, they have to import their nicotine.
Yeah, they cannot buy nicotine in Australia. They have to import it. Where else? Thailand. It's completely banned out there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Singapore as well, isn't it?
Did anyone watch the video that Damon did?
Oh, what, his smoking one?
Yeah. Smoking one.
I actually only spotted a link to that just before we came on air, but that was to do with his dad, wasn't it?
No. He went to Damon went out to visit his dad in Thailand, and he didn't want to risk losing equipment, but being seized by the authorities when he got there. So he smoked for the time he was there, and kind of did a documentary of the time he was out there and how it made him feel, and literally walking around the shops that were selling sub boxes and things like that. They were like £100 a piece. But no, obviously, government back pocket and all that.
Yeah.
Done a little cigarette review as well, didn't he? So G-Shar put in the chat. I think the best thing that the best thing about that whole thing, though, that come out of it was when Damon went to Vape Fest, the Ideal Own Show boys presented him with a present of 20 fags, to which he promptly threw, which is quite funny. The fine
They were saying they were clones as well. Who clones a fucking sub box? How desperate has life got when you have to clone a fucking sub box?
I don't know. I don't know.
Only Thomas to defend his people.
Hangman's been cloned now, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Raven too.
Bright have done it, and SXK have done it, haven't they?
Well, it's available on Fastec and 3F Vape. It's been since like the end of November, I think. December, something like that. There's a company in the States I found out yesterday called Cloudbox or something, which is a subscription, monthly subscription, whatever use you get. They've been sending out unholy clones.
I'm not taking the piss here because obviously yours are manufactured in China.
Yeah.
Right? But are they made in the same factory?
No. My factory only makes OEM products. They haven't dealt in cloning since like over 2 years.
Oh, okay.
Which for China is a fucking lifetime.
Anyway, if you see it in person, I've just seen pictures, but like the engraving at the bottom of the deck, it's plain wrong.
Yeah, no, I've actually seen one in person. The button's completely different.
It's basically shit. So I'm not really bothered about it. I mean, because anyone that buys a clone doesn't buy authentic usually, but if he buys a clone and actually likes the design or whatever, end up maybe buying the authentic. But the big thing is about Death Wish anyway, it's being sold out within a couple of days every batch. So I mean, people that get authentic get it right out the gate, and like a month after when the clones comes in, it's too late. Next design's gonna come in, so that's why I haven't revealed the next run yet. I just don't want to, like my factory told me, don't show the engraving because they can clone it by picture. So all I do right now is showing this.
It's like the what was it, the Rogue Force? The clone was out before the actual RDA.
The Goon LP was out before the actual
Was
RDA.
it?
Yeah.
The clone, the Avid Life, Gaia mods and whatnot, they were out before the real ones. But AV is made in China too, so I don't know what happened there. But if you show stuff, they're pretty fucking quick. I tell you that.
Can I just mention quickly?
Sorry.
What?
Do you know what? I thought about asking this question, and I didn't.
What?
The question.
No, leave it. Max can't see the chat. Leave it.
Okay, I'm not gonna.
Okay.
So someone's having a pop about the paintwork, Max.
Oh, I don't care. Shoot.
No, it's not a question. They just said the paintwork is good on the clone.
It's actually not.
Like, whatever people can say, I've owned $400 US mod plus with coatings on it. I was rig mod for a while. All my coatings went to shit, and I never fucking blasted the internet with it. I just lived with it.
Yeah, I mean, look. At the end of the day, you've developed a mod, you've released a mod, you've released an RDA. Well, you've released a couple of mods and an RDA and juice and stuff like that. How many people can say they've done that? And from what I've seen, you're very quick to reply and sort out problems as well.
Oh, I'm 100% behind my company. Even the finish, I've made videos and posts about it a month prior to release, and we actually went and do it, even though we knew what happened. Didn't thought it would happen within 2-3 days. Or I have some people in my team that use theirs daily and still good after 2 months. That's just how it is. I've had rig mods, I've had higher priced mods that lasted a week. It's just fucking finish on a metal tube. If there's a little bit of oil that hasn't been cleaned or whatever underneath, it will happen. Just the way it is.
Yeah.
So Max's customer support's amazing. Whilst you're on holiday, were you in Mexico? Is that right?
Yeah.
He was sat there on the beach doing a live feed, explaining and tried to help people with the issues they were having. So hat off to you for that, Max.
Yeah, that wasn't a good vacation. I didn't relax much.
Whilst we're talking about, well, clones, do you remember Dylan from last week?
Yeah.
He's about to receive his first authentic mod.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. I sent one out to him. I thought it was a nice thing to do.
That's a nice gesture, seeing as you put him in the firing line against Ben. That's probably the least you can do. It's like putting a fucking chihuahua against a pit bull.
Yeah, I thought it was the right thing to do. It'd be nice just to show that we're thankful for the time that you spent with us on the show. And if you'd all like to send sort of 40 quid over to cover the cost, that'd be perfect.
Yeah, fuck. I'll send him a clone. Yeah, they do look lovely with clone Kennedy 25s on top.
You know what? We've sent Dylan something. Maybe we should send Ben his first clone.
Hey, that's a great idea.
I'm pretty sure that will get shat on.
That's a fucking brilliant idea. No, it's a present. You can't do that.
How
We send him a Death Wish clone.
but how can you do that, Dolan? You never have any in stock on your website.
You don't know what I've sent him.
Do you know what? I could hazard a guess.
It's not.
Sir,
An Arbor.
No,
Is it an
I'm
Arbor,
gonna
Dolan?
say Rig.
high taste on TV.
I'm not saying it's going to be a surprise when he opens it.
Authentic
Fine.
eye care mini.
Fair enough. Saying that about the paint coming off, I mean, I know this is general wear and tear because the bottom's just starting to show the copper.
Yeah.
But that's just general wear and tear, you know. The rest of it seems quite solid. I'm thinking about actually getting rid of this rig, to
It's
be fair.
Yeah, they are shit, man.
Deal with it.
like the next finish I'm doing is silver plating and gold plating. Did the same thing. Advertised it like it's any finish it will wear off, but I've been using mine for 2 months now, and like the gunmetal, it's electroplated and
Well,
that's
you know,
why. Well,
you know, on these guys, the buttons are all silver plated, including the threads.
Yeah.
And the silver plating's not wearing on the threads yet. And I've had this for a few weeks now, screwing it on and off constantly. And silver plating's not wearing off.
I've had
China
one.
is bad at painting, but they're good at plating. Their process for electroplating is pretty solid, thus far from what I experienced, and even from endless mods and whatever. Like what I can see, the post and the actual RDA are silver plated as well in the Death Wish mod. So never had an issue with the plating thus far. So that's why I'm going with this this route.
I mean,
But if you fucking drop it or carry it in your pocket with your knife next to it or your keys, might be scratched. It's a fucking finish.
it would
Saying
make
that,
sense that they'd be good at plating anyway. You think about it, they make a lot of electronics and stuff.
Yeah.
Vaping Game was just saying his SOI was doing the same.
Yeah, so I
And also the Cerakote's starting to come away
Yeah.
on the tube as well. But still, usable.
does it work? Can you still vape on it? Can you still enjoy it?
Of course I can, and I still enjoy it.
That was the idea behind Death Wish as well, having an affordable, nice daily beaker, so you don't have to carry around your fucking 600 quid scoundrel or whatever, and drop it and cry, whatever. So
To be fair, if I dropped this, I'd fucking cry.
yeah,
If I received a second edition Scoundrel, I'd cry.
If you received one.
Yep.
the finish was like I had a second edition Scoundrel, and I love Benny. We know each other, like, and even things from Rig Mod. I did never ever name drop anyone during the process of the painting or whatever. But the second edition Scoundrel, the one I had, lasted a week. Didn't post shit. Just spoke to Benny. He said, "Well, that's nickel plating. All right, okay. What do you want me to do? Send it back, have him plating again, and just have it back and have it last a week again." It's a fucking mod. Use it. Vape on it. Have fun. That's my point of view. But
Kevin Lester says, Mark, you'll probably sell it and buy 5 clones.
I'm sure it won't because it's a gift.
Well, then in that case, Ben won't sell the clone that we're going to send him.
No,
Come on, lads, let's have a whip round. $3 each, fast tech.
he'll do a Dale on it and hit it with a hammer.
Yeah, but it'll be funny. You'll video it.
It's a slightly bigger hammer this time, though. Not a fucking.
Not a toffee hammer.
Yeah. I'm gonna smash this up.
Fucking brilliant. Like that little fucking dickhead hammer out of Shawshank Redemption. It looked like one of them, didn't it?
Oh, what was that? A soap hammer, wasn't it? A soapstone hammer.
Rock fucking something hammer.
I don't know. Either way. Show of bellendness.
yes.
Well, what? Who's that related to? Us?
JB says, why have a whip round? Rick's got tons of clones. Because, JB, you've got to send him something new. That's not fair, is it?
To be absolutely, completely honest with you, there is not a clone on my shelf. The only clone I had was that AV Stormtrooper, and that went in the bin when I had a cleanup.
I don't think I've got any clones left now. I think I've got rid of all mine.
I bought one when I started vaping 2 years ago, but since then it's been a long while. Authentics only. But Fast Tech and 3F Vape is still the best publicity you can have, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
Let's not get onto the clone thingy debate. We had this last week.
Yeah, what were we supposed to be talking about?
Let's move swiftly on. What
We're
do you
supposed
want
to be talking about this good news. We haven't even really talked about it.
Well, there's nothing to say. We already know that.
Yeah, we just
that's nice. It's actually going out to the mass public. But
yeah, I mean, to be fair, you know, ITV is one of our main networks.
Have you actually noticed though that throughout every single country it seems to only be the UK to sort of push the better side of it?
Canada as well, a bit.
Oh yeah, no, Canada had that news thing quite recently, didn't they? Or
Yeah,
that publication quite recently.
They're doing, like, actually the head of CVA, which is Canadian Vaping Association, has been working with Health Canada for 3 years now on the vaping industry. And they're up for it. And the thing you guys don't even know, too, Big Tobacco supports vaping as well, because they want to. People think Big Tobacco like lobby a lot against vaping, but it's actually where they're lab rats right now. They're watching us go and do our shit, try and error, and they're started to buy companies. I spent a couple of days in Vegas with Phil Basardo and a lot of people that have a lot more knowledge than me, and all I can say is we're gonna be fucked down the road, but vaping is gonna be very widely available in 2 years maximum. Think more like the Juuls and such, though.
Yeah,
closed device, closed pods and whatnot. But
closed systems, yeah. Yeah, we were saying something similar when Rick had his little hissy fit, and we had to do an episode about what the future holds. We were talking about what we think is going to happen, and closed systems funded by Big Tobacco was one of the things that we come up with.
Why not have a little hissy fit? Hang on a minute. Let's recount this. I told you I was leaving, and you had a hissy fit.
Yeah, I was really genuinely upset because that's what fucking mates do, Rick.
You had a hissy fit, and it was so funny.
No, you're the one that fucking threw your toys out the pram. I'm just not going to motivation for it anymore. You know, I just can't stay motivated.
I'm gonna say, Stu, your hissy fit was better than Rick's.
Yeah, I know it was, because it was fucking sincere. Because I actually meant it.
Hissy fit. Yours was a bitch fit.
Yeah, because Rick was just fucking crying, and I actually meant what I said.
It was a bitch fit.
It was funny as fuck, though, weren't it? That would have been good content if we could have released that conversation.
I'm sure we've still got it in the chat.
I'm sure we have somewhere.
I don't mind. Put it on public record.
I'm excited to hear what Rick's got to say.
About what?
Are you saving it for later, or?
Oh no, I could do that now. Don't get too excited, by the way. Some of you may have noticed I did put a post up about some Facebook groups. This was aimed at a particular group, but some Facebook groups and rather than sponsorship, because you're not allowed to sponsor anymore, we'll call it partnership. For partnership, wanting ridiculous amount of kickbacks and stuff just to stay in there, and the minute you fuck up or the minute you sort of retaliate against them, then you get booted out of the group. The group in question, and it was all on the post. The group in question is a huge group on Facebook. I think it's got like 23,000 members, and it's no secret that it is the Vapors Planet. But, however, I have a slight retraction to make. Now, all this when we arranged and agreed certain things was when they had the old admin team. Ever since the new admin team has come in, I've not been asked for any kickbacks. The only time you'll ever get asked if you're partnering with that group is for samples for the admins to try. So like a little 10ml bottle or something like that, because they're not going to be hand checking shit juice. And that was basically it. But in reflection to that, what do you guys think about groups or group admins or group leaders or group owners getting quite a lot of free shit and heavily discounted items for you to actually be a part of that group in terms of maybe being able to accidentally post on it?
That's kind of how the world works, sadly.
Well, that's an interesting point of view. Yeah.
I mean, you get contacts. If you were a shop owner, you get wholesale prices. If a customer of yours becomes a good customer and then a friend, you will get good prices. Kind of.
But on the same hand, I mean, we've got a Vape Talk group, and we allow sort of previous guests and stuff like that to post on there. And you know, it's not a large group. I think there's like 2,500 people in there or something. But we've never
times as many as watches the show.
Yeah. Please, can we have it on VTUK badges? Says, but on the same hand, surely you've created that group for a community, not for free shit.
Yeah, that's one side of it. I think the other side of it is that Facebook groups need to realize they don't make as much of a difference as they think they do. The people who make a difference to what gets bought and what gets sold are vape shops, people on the front line, people that directly communicate their enthusiasm for products, people that actually demonstrate products and stuff like that. Vape groups,
whatever the shop owner or the employee vaping, it's gonna sell. That's 100% true. If a shop owner, what?
I just think it's horseshit that vape groups think that they're this big source of power for manufacturers and distributors to push product when they're not. They don't make nearly as much of a difference as they think.
And how many vape groups are you, Shai?
Fucking hundreds. I get invited to like 5 a week.
That's what I'm saying. They don't have any weight anymore. If you go back 2 years ago when there was like
then perhaps, yeah.
CI, and then fucking a couple other groups like in the States there was the Legion, whatever. These were important because there was around 10 to 15 group that were actually working.
Here's the thing, man, right? If you see something on a Facebook group, or at least in my experience and the people that I deal with in our experience, if you see something on a Facebook group, you then go on Google and you see which retailers in your area sell it, or you ask where you can get it in your area. And then you go into a shop and it's the guy behind the fucking counter that sells you that product. Like whether you buy it or not isn't related to the group.
I mean, to be completely honest with you, this actual group has done very well for us. Every time we get skinted in, we basically, if we put a post up, we can clear 200 bottles.
I'm sorry, Rick, just to interrupt you very, very briefly, but I believe that if you advertise skinted fucking anywhere, it would clear immediately, regardless. It's fucking £6 for 60 mil. Like, it doesn't matter where you advertise it. So again, patting the group on the back, I don't think holds any water.
It's a good outlet, but at the same time, anyway. So basically, their new structure is they want the groups that are partnering to actually provide content, which is why we're doing Ariste's Build School on a Wednesday, and we're doing a live feed every Wednesday of Ariste showing new builds on different sort of atomizers and stuff.
Well, you didn't like builds,
huh?
Well, you didn't like builds.
Ariste.
Yeah, but you know,
that's not me.
Yeah.
So yeah, so there's going to be a lot more happening in that group, and I think pretty much every partner is going to be contributing in some way. But yeah, where would you advertise without that group?
No, but what I'm saying is it's not about the individual power of groups. It's not about groups thinking that they're a big fucking deal. If Skinted was in any group, whichever group took it on, it would still do fucking well there. It's not the group that causes that. The admins don't do anything to earn kickbacks. If you put that product anywhere where it's visible, it's fucking £6 a bottle. Everyone will buy it. Like,
by the way, guys, yeah, it'll be back in stock tomorrow. Cheers.
But that's what I mean. Like, you know, I can't remember the last time I paid for a bottle of juice, and you know, and I'm not talking like 10 ml samples. I'm talking bottles of juice.
Yeah, look at you, cunt kickbacks. Yeah, free shit.
I work in a vape shop, though.
That Candy King is a good example. He did magnificent work to get his brand known, because like this guy is Canadian, right? You know that? He's called Brian. I know him. What he did actually. I can't remember the term for it, but there's a term in which you build an Instagram team to actually promote your products. Like do a huge fucking splash over Instagram for X amount of time, and that worked for him. And it's good job. He did a good job, but I mean, he did a good publicity.
I mean, to be fair, this tastes fucking identical to Rocket by Lolly Vapes, and you
Okay.
get an extra 40 ml for an extra £5, you know?
Yeah.
What you're going to buy, if you try that in a vape shop and you try Rocket, and they both taste almost identical, and this is £25 for 100 ml, and Rocket's £20 for 60 ml, you're going to buy this.
But that's another subject I hate is pricing and quantity. It seems to go down a lot, and it hurt shops here a lot lately. I mean, if you sell 140 mil for the price of a 60, you won't see a customer for a week over more, and you made less money in your pocket as a shop owner.
Yeah, for sure.
Big discussion here as of like the 3 last months as business is slowing down a bit. But I hate the fact some company undercut prices and just like in the Midwest and Canada, it's hard to get in for me because they've been bashing each other and selling fucking 30 mLs for $12 Canadian, which
I mean, the reason why Skint had come about is because we used to get a lot of people in our shop saying it's 2 weeks till payday. I've only got a tenner to spend on juice. What you got? And we literally had a 30 ml for a tenner or a couple of sort of 10 mils. So Skinted was born, and we don't lie about it. It's single shot concentrate, and you know we just mix it like that. We don't blend flavors or anything. And I can see why the blended ones are at a higher price point, but on the same hand, I think there's a lot of profit in juice for a lot of people, right from the manufacturer down to the distributor down to the retailer. There is a lot of profit in juice.
Yeah, juice is the bread and butter of the industry.
If you stop as a shop owner making profit on juice and you sell, what is it, 60 ml for £6?
Yeah.
Right. How if get everything else out of the shop and just have this juice in, how are you gonna pay your fucking rent and your employees?
Oh no, but we don't. But what I'm saying is it's not had a detrimental effect to our business. In fact,
the thing is,
increased our customer base.
You've got to be sensible about it, right? Like the only budget juices we're stocking, we're talking about getting Skinted in. You know, Steve's already spoken to you about that. Like that's the thing. And we're stocking this. We only stock 2 budget lines. There's plenty of people out there that won't even touch a budget line. Like a large number of people that won't even go near it. So it doesn't like all it does is brings in a band of customer that otherwise would struggle to afford products in your store. So if anything, it generates business as a retail outlet. You know, from a point of view of distributors competing and manufacturers competing, I can understand why it creates issues. But for retailers, it does us favors, and that's why the products end up on shelves.
Also, you've got to think about the next hurdle we're going to hit is excise duty, tax on e-liquid, and they're talking anything up to like 50%. Which is crazy numbers. But however, because and to be honest, by accident, this has actually sort of helped us a little bit, because if the manufacturer took 10% off their price, and if the wholesaler took 10% off their price, and if the retailer took 10% off their price, that's like 30%. So if they do whack it up 50%, it's only going to be 20% increase.
Yeah. It's another thing we've covered previously. You know, we all just have to work together a little bit. Everybody loses a little bit of money so that no one person loses a big amount of money, and it'll be fine. Or if any industry is willing to fucking all work together at all levels, it's the vape industry, right? Like we've proven that countless times.
To a degree, yeah.
Yeah, for as much as we're all bitching at each other, when we have to fucking come together to overcome something, we do it. Like anyone will say that about the vape industry.
Yeah, but I certainly get your point, Max, that, you know, if you're providing 100 ml for a tenner and then you got another juice, you know, you could, for that 100 ml, people could buy 3 bottles of Yogi at 20 quid, 30 quid even. No, more than that. 3 bottles of Yogi at 45 quid. So, but for that 120 ml or whatever, which costs a fraction of that £10 to make, there's more margin in that 100 ml than in the others.
This also kind of segues us quite comfortably into talking about homebrew as well, doesn't it? Because that's kind of the other side of the budget liquid debate. You know, the homebrewers that refuse to pay any kind of retail price on liquid.
Actually, before we go on to that, I want to speak to Max about what his plans are for thick oil in the UK.
What?
I want to talk to you about what your plans are for thick oil in the UK before we go on to that. Are you going down a nick shot route? Or are you?
I don't know. I'll have to speak with my distro about that. I've trying to
Yeah, he's a real cunt to get hold of, though.
Trying to go through a couple routes.
Cheers for that, Rick.
I personally, I can redirect the question. I mean, we've been trying to apply for TPD since like October, but personally, I can put down fucking 25,000 quid if I don't have an actual market for it, like that's gonna pay back that amount. So it's all a matter of work. Personally, I would do nick shot because I don't give a shit about TPD. I think it's fucking stupid, and I don't think customers will enjoy buying fucking 10 mLs at a time because my juice is fucking 80 VG. You're gonna vape your 30 ml a day. That's the type of customer. That's my market. It's not depending on what juice. Like Blue Raz obviously sells to anyone, but if we talk thick oil only, it's a dripper's juice. It's a high advanced vaping juice, high heat. I don't think people is gonna fucking buy 10 mLs of thick oil personally. So I'd rather do 60 ml with a 10 ml shot for a 2 mg or 3 mg or whatnot at the affordable price and have people pleased about it. But it's kind of a gray area. Then it's up to someone to see if he's up to do that. Because I know shops lately has been trying to get TPD approved e-liquids in their shops to be compliant, but customer is king still. And I wanted to be one of the first one to do the nick shot. So, but it's not every shop gonna pick it. So it's all like trying to find a way in the dark.
We've not had an issue with the nick shot route. In terms of like the customers understand why we're doing it, and we talk them through it, and 9 times out of 10 if they're buying online they know about it anyway.
But as a shop owner, if I approach you and say, look, I'm not TPD approved, I don't plan on doing it, what I want to do is have a good price on 60 ml with nick shot, would you buy my juice?
Yes, but you wouldn't be able to include nick shot in the box.
I know.
So you'd almost just sell it as a 0 milligram. You sell it to them as 0 milligram and leave it to them to source the nick shots.
Like in France, I don't know if you noticed, but a lot of companies making nick shots. They only sell nick shots to shop owners, and that's it. Snake shots, whatever, that's all there is. And there's actually old companies that specialize in approved nick shots. So the nick shot is TPD approved. You buy you just have to need to have a 60 ml that's filled like that to like, I don't know, 50 ml, put your nick in. But it's a way to do it. That's what I wanted to do, but
yeah, I mean, there's a company over here called Dark Star Vapor that are selling 10 mil flavorless 18 milligram, and they're doing it in 70-30, 50-50, and 100% VG. And it's there straight ready. You know, everyone knows what it's going to be used for. But obviously, as long as you don't say this is what it's for, then you know it just serves its purpose quietly.
Mm-hmm.
And to be fair, they're even advertising it. They're calling it, and I quote verbatim, the solution to the TPD. That's literally what it says on their advertising material.
Okay.
You know, so they're even telling people what to do with it. And that is a product on the market today in this country under TPD law.
Well, even if you apply for TPD, from what I understand, is you are a TPD, you applied, so you can sell your product, but you're not TPD approved yet. It takes around a year and a half, I think, and then they can ask for more tests to be done, and then they can say if it's approved or not. From what I understand, from what people have been telling me, but I don't know if it's true or not. Are they a company that are actually TPD approved, or it's just?
Dell just says, Stuart, that's incorrect. You can tell people how to mix it.
Yeah, I've just replied to him in the chat. Actually, I didn't realize that. It's really handy to have Dale around for stuff like that, though, because he's kind of the king of the TPD at the moment.
Yeah.
But I know on the skin we do it. It's actually labelled as a 50 ml.
Yeah. In a 60 ml bottle.
Yeah.
It just needs a bit of air to help it breathe, you know.
Dale's saying that you can't put 50ml in a 60ml bottle to totally avoid TPD because it comes into the design to be charged with nicotine categories. However, there are some ways around it.
Well, I couldn't find bigger bottles, smaller bottles, even.
Yeah.
Yeah, sell 140 with the 30 ml Gorilla MT with it. Whatever. There's a way to work around that, but to me, to be honest, it's a headache because actually right now Pico is being revamped. I'm shrinking the line from 6 juices to 3, keeping the 140, the OG ones for shop owners that like people come in and just buy fucking 3 140s of lion's oil.
I was going to say a Kino Lion and butter, right? If you're going to shrink it to 3.
I'm not keeping Lion. I'll keep it in the
What
100.
are you talking about? You're not keeping Lion. Hang on a minute.
Because Lion is
You and me are going to have a very long conversation about this.
I think it'd be pretty short, Stuart. I think it'd just be time to fuck off.
Dude, trust me, as a distributor, you wouldn't keep lion oil.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's so fucking nice.
It's a good tobacco. Some people are hooked on it. They can't vape anything else, but it's a fucking tobacco. It doesn't.
Yeah, Dolan, you can expect a big order from me at some point, mate.
Honestly, we have some die-hard lion's oil.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, one of them right here.
That's no. Listen, you didn't listen. I'm keeping the OG line in 140 ml format like that. But the new branding, it's going to be pushed differently. Butterwell Akina stays, and I'm doing a new flavor. It's coming next month, but well, maybe at the end of the month or March. Cool Raz has been doing phenomenal. Ephemeral, the two, because Ephemeral, you guys don't know that, but it's a seasonal line. So me and Alex actually. What?
I knew that. Yeah.
Because like in the UK, we spoke. Mark really loved those flavors, so he wanted to keep them as a permanent thing. I don't know if it's gonna happen or not, but yeah. So the new ones are going out. I'm actually making 5 flavors for other companies as well, big distros. Wire is doing the same, and Death Wish is just like I'm just overwhelmed with things. So that's why I'm leave it up to Mark. Whatever he wants to do, I'm just gonna help him do it, whatever it costs, whatever it takes. I just want to keep the brand alive. That's what I want in the UK, basically. That's it. I don't care how it's done. I don't care how much it costs. I just want it to be there still.
I could do it for $1 million.
Yeah, I could do it for $500,000.
400,000.
I'm fucking broke, guys. Remember that.
All right, look, 50 grand final offer.
50?
Yeah, man. It's only 3 flavors.
No, it's more like 9.
Oh, 9. Yeah.
Yeah, there's 9. Possibly 10
That's
if we get the Cool Raz as well.
Yeah, Cool Raz it's well, anyway. A lot of stuff coming. Death Wish, we have a 30 mil Addy coming, something that hasn't been done yet.
Incoming bollocks from Dale. He's just put excuse the essay but and then hit enter. We'll all wait on the edge of our seats for that, Dale.
What does that mean?
It means he's about to type one of his big rants. It'll be interesting, I'm sure.
Okay.
But the thing is, Dale knows the industry. Dale has gone through a hell of a lot of shit. He's set his own lab up. You know, he knows this inside out. If there's anyone, but the first person I pick the phone up when he answers it.
Fucking kids in glass houses, darling.
Is Dale, because Dale knows his shit, and I trust his opinion. I know what comes out of his mouth is gospel.
He actually went through all the work for it.
Yeah, there you go. Basically, if you sell 50 ml in a 60 ml bottle designed to make a 10 ml nick shot, you have to put the nicotine warnings on the outer boxes, etc. But the TBD law stops there in that respect for you.
Nice. Okay, yeah. So I understand what he's saying. So
you can't package the nick shot. You can't package the 50-60 ml bottle with a nick shot. But you can put an informative leaflet with it showing the customer how to do it safely and accurately. Hang on, it's still coming. Combine it with a nick shot to make it 3 milligrams, 1.5, etc., and provide them with a 3, 9, or 18 nick shot to complete the task yourself. The only things we can't do is combine it for them.
Funniest thing is he's ended that with fucking 200 character limit. What he doesn't realise is that it'll probably also mute him now for typing so many messages in a row.
Now, if you sell a full bottle of zero, the presence of a TPD exempt stamp is sufficient to avoid TPD completely.
That's a good solution, Mark. Just saying.
Anyway,
we're working on it. We're working on it. We don't want to lose the brand in the UK because it's a well-loved brand.
I think so.
Yeah, I well love it.
I didn't know you liked it, Chai.
We've spoken about it.
I haven't tried it. Not tried it.
I'm.
Hang on, Max. I'm going to send you a PM on Facebook so that you know who I am against who my screen name is.
Yo, I just remembered you from the last expo.
Yeah.
What, was that the one where he come up and sucked you off?
Yeah. Yeah, we spent a good 15 minutes behind the booth. It was really nice. It was romantic. He put his fingers through my hair. It was all right.
Just
Hang on, you read my notes.
Reading Nolan's diary again. Somewhere on the internet, someone's going to draw that.
There you go, Dale. I will help you and Mark out however I can, Max. We love you, Dale. We love you.
To be fair, any questions?
But I know Dale's been busy as fuck in the past couple of months, just trying to set up his own shit. So that's why I didn't bother him at all with all that. But yeah, definitely I wanted to be there and stay there. Might be a good idea to have a booth at the last expo as well, I think, to show off the product and get it in many hands as possible, I think. But we'll talk later on about that.
About that, Max.
Yeah.
Well,
but yeah.
Moving on slowly but swiftly. Stuart.
Yeah, I wanted, it's not a particularly long conversation. I just wanted to talk a little bit about Homebrew because I know that in the wake of all the juice bollocks with the TPD, it's one of the routes that some people are going down. And I know that not everybody's fully informed on it. I see a lot of questions popping up in Facebook groups about what is Homebrew, what do you do, how do you do it, what is it all about? And I'm starting to see a lot of vape shops stocking Homebrew components now. So I guess it's one of those things that needs to be addressed if people are going to do it.
I'm not going to lie, it's a route we're definitely looking at.
Yeah, us too. We've got VG and PG and all that on the shelf now.
We've sold, probably from day one, we've sold DIY kits, concentrates, nicotine, VG, PG for a long time. And obviously prior to the TPD kick in, it wasn't overly popular. Now I know there is a die-hard market, market. You know, I'm in a handful of groups. You know,
it's got its own little sub-community for sure.
Yeah, look at Cal. Cal just devotes his entire life to mixing, to providing recipes, to working closely with people.
So the thing is that interests me about it is, like, obviously it could be perceived as a bit of a threat to juice makers, and I think some juice makers sort of, it makes their arsehole wink a little bit when they think about the community going, you know, more towards homebrewing potentially. But
thing is, there's a learning curve. If you're used to vape, well-balanced juice and complex juices, and then you start brewing at home,
your juice will taste like shit.
It's gonna taste like shit. You're gonna buy that custard, like, all right, I want to do a custard. So the customer is gonna try, let's say, I don't know, Capella V1 custard. Maybe he doesn't like that fucking custard, but that's the only flavoring you ordered. So you'll have to order again and then do some more testing. And it's just.
But on the same hand, Max, I really think there's going to be, especially in May, a massive boom of ready pre-mixed concentrates to a specific flavor, rather than like just
make.
This shit that I'm making now is a one-shot concentrate.
Yeah.
It's
kind of like if you release Tickle as a concentrate.
This is a thing from a company called Chef's Flavor, and you just mix this at 17%. So say if you're making a 100ml bottle, then it's 17ml of this, some VG and some nicotine. Shake it and steep it,
So that's what you meant by homebrew. Like if I was selling limes oil in a concentrate format and said people you put 18% in that much VG.
Yeah, exactly. And this is one of the things that I sort of wanted to touch on is I could fully see commercial juice companies just releasing their juice in concentrate form if it takes off. If the homebrew becomes a big deal.
A few have. I mean, I'm going to mention a site which has been banded around quite a few times, which is, I don't want to overly publicise it, but it's
just add Nick. Say it. Go on.
just add Nick, and basically they've got quite a few liquids which are probably more well known in sort of the safer vapors community and stuff like that, like DB Liquids, Strawberry Fields, Vaping King, Grumpy Juice are all doing concentrate kits. So you order you order a kit basically, and it all comes, and then you mix it.
And ordering, like selling it as a kit or flavor, you don't have to be TPD compliant or whatever because you're selling flavors and VG and PG. Is it?
You're just selling flavors.
You're just basically selling flavors, and I think you buy the nick separately. Which is why it's called just add Nick. And actually, I've registered my own domain called 0.mg. Fucking check that out for a domain.
Nice.
I haven't actually registered it because it was €140, so someone else get on that bandwagon. It's quite an easy domain to remember. 0.mg. There you go. It is available.
This is the thing. If you want to go the route of making your own juice from scratch, like actually creating your own flavors, there is fucking hours of reading that goes into getting good at that shit. You can do something basic and simple that will make do, but if you want to make nice juice, you're talking hours and hours of learning. There's websites like ELR, E-Liquid Recipes, where it's a whole fucking community of people that publish recipes. And you'll get guys on there that are like, oh, I've been developing this for 2 years. Oh, I've been developing this for fucking 18 months or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're still tweaking the recipes and fucking around with them, and they're not quite happy with them. That's like one side of homebrew.
The other side is obviously people with PG allergies.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
It's very, very hard to get hold of a very, very high VG. I mean, we've established this. You're never, ever going to get 100% VG juice. There's got to be some element of PG or concentrate, which isn't actually VG based, but you can get really high. So that side of the market, people that are PG intolerant. Intolerant? Is that? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got that side, you got the side. And to be fair, before I worked in the vape shop, I used to mix a lot myself.
Yeah, I've had a go at it. You know,
it's all fucking shit. I got cinnamon Danish. Hang on, I've got it down here.
To be honest, my problem when I had a go at mixing juice was that I just could not be asked to wait for steep times. You buy a bottle off the shelf and it's pre-steeped.
This is an old Yorkshire Vapor bottle, but it's
like that bacon Danish.
Cinnamon Danish swirl with bacon in it.
Yeah, I still want to try that.
You know what? I'm actually going to try it now. Look how dark it's gone, though. It's been sat there for.
It's all the pig in it, mate. It's all that concentrated pig.
Bacon flavoring, just take like smoke. Usually,
it's not bad. Stuart, give me your postal address. I'll send you the whole fucking bottle.
Nice one, Rick. Yeah, I'll send it over to you after the show. I'm just curious, man. Me and Steve have had a couple of conversations about that because he's got some of that cinnamon Danish one-shot concentrate. And I said to him, yeah, Rick mixed up a load of that with bacon flavouring in it. And he just sort of looked at me for a good, 3 or 4 seconds, just sort of confused. Oh, by the way, speaking of Steve, owner of Age of Steam, my boss, it's his birthday today.
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, and he'll probably watch this in the shop tomorrow. He can't usually watch it on a Tuesday night because he usually looks after his little ones while his missus goes out. So he normally watches it in the shop on a Wednesday morning. So happy birthday, Steve.
Yeah, it probably never ever gets to the end though.
Well, to be fair, if we're having a particularly sweary show, he does have to turn it quite low. So you know.
What do you mean, fuck?
We are prone to a little cunt slip every now and again.
Oh,
just when we speak about JB.
I'm not sure. Cunt slip should be in the same sentence.
Yeah, like a page 3 girl climbing into a limousine. It happens.
I don't know. I just don't know. But yeah, Craig Harrison. Oh, Craig Harrison from iOS. You come
The
over
guys
here.
are famous.
Is it boring over Idle show? Have you come over here have you to watch this? Yeah. Let's be honest. Actually, to be fair, it's worth watching because Craig's now in HD and he looks like an old man. Let's be honest. A lot of vapors vape iced mint sticking Capella Mango with some VGPG Nick is a vast improvement for the majority.
Yeah, and this is the thing. Like when you first start homebrewing, like fruity flavors are a piece of piss. Most of them are shake and vape anyway.
Yeah.
And you can start building some quite nice fruity flavors straight off the bat. So it does become a hobby in its own right because it has got sort of a difficulty scale. And as you learn and get better at it,
you still have to take the time to do it. And still, personally, I don't enjoy mixing anymore as much because I'm too picky and it takes too much time and it's a fucking mess and I have to get everything out and just fucking stay there for like 4 hours and doing mixing. It's just
once again I refer to lion's oil. I think that's living proof of that.
Yeah, that took a year.
Any of you guys tried RY Whore yet?
A what?
RY Whore.
Oh, RY. I thought you said a wide whore.
Each their own.
Oh, Thomas isn't here this week.
No, RY Whore. I guess that's a clone of RY4.
Probably a little fun.
It's supposed to be a good one. It's one of Chef's, and I've heard it banding around on quite a few.
To be fair, tobaccos are probably, in my opinion, the hardest thing to mix.
Yeah, and we're strong in Quebec as far as tobacco goes. It's a big thing here, but whatever I sell in Ontario is not the same, like I said, and worldwide either. That's why Lions is not going to make the cut as far as like the 60 revamped lines coming.
Canadians will buy it, but everybody else won't.
So
it's next door. It's right there. They don't vape tobacco. They don't enjoy tobacco. But when they try Lion's Oil, for an example, they're like, that's nice. Yes, it is. It's a good tobacco. People are used to that crappy fucking shop-made tobacco, which is just like basic shit.
I like that one. That's a good tobacco base.
This shit from Chef's Vapors is like a tobacco honey shortbread. And I'm not even joking. I seriously think this might be my favorite juice at the moment.
Are you sure it's not Chef Flavors now? I'm sure they've got
Chef Flavors now. Yeah, I always mess that up. But yeah, like it's a one-shot concentrate that they've taken the time to figure out how to get right. They've done all the fucking homework on it. And I actually think it's probably the best juice I own at the moment. And it cost me fuck all.
Can I just say, sorry, Andy Gregory, I've seen your question. We'll cover that in a second. And Matt R. Hi guys, first time I caught you live. I've watched all your other shows, but never caught you live. You boys rock.
Who's that?
There you go. Matt R. Matt R. Well, thank you very much, Matt R.
Thanks.
Nice. So yeah, Carol. Sorry, I like.
Seems to be quite a lot of love in the chat as well for the RY Whore. I need to get on that. I think.
Can't say I've tried it.
I'll get some mixed up and send you some over. It'll be zero Nick, of course.
Oh yeah. That's right. I got Nick shots covered for days.
Yeah, we can't show you how to mix that though, Rick.
Yeah, no, it's all right. I'm pretty sure I know how.
You reckon you've got to figure it out for yourself?
But I mean,
leaflet.
For anybody that thinks mixing single shot concentrates is hard, it's fucking not. All you need to do is get onto a good juice calculator. I hate to say it, but Vampire Vape do a simple one, and then you can go to a more advanced one. But it's just simply a case of adding a concentrate, typically anywhere between 10 and 20%. Then you add your VG and your PG to whatever percentage you like it, and then you add your nicotine, and then you shake like a motherfucker.
The easiest thing you can do, just to make life so fucking simple for yourself, is mix in 100 ml quantities, because then percentage is milliliters.
Yeah.
So if it says 17%, it's 17 mil. And that's just the easiest thing in the world then. There's like no maths to do.
But yeah, the juice calculator is all out for you. But it is fucking easy.
Yeah. It's an absolute fucking... Yeah.
Getting really nice flavours is the hard part.
Yeah.
Well,
Kevin's asking if I've tried Little Havana. Yeah, I've tried Little Havana, mate. I think it's delicious. But I still prefer Tobacco Crunch.
And right, I just want to move on to the Andy Gregory thing. Andy Gregory says, where is it? It's moved up. Rick, what happened to the battery that woman had taken off her? Did we cover that last week?
No.
It wasn't
Or
you,
was
was
it? I'm not sure, but basically,
I thought it was Alex. Was it Alex at Cheeky Vape?
No, there was this vaping lounge, I think, in not Gosport, Portsmouth, maybe Gosport or something like that. Basically, this woman come in with a battery. It had the wraps all torn, and she was using it in a mech. They confiscated. They basically asked her to hand it over, which she did willingly. And then her ex-husband got a bit shitty on Facebook, and there's this massive fucking thread about it. In the end, I think pretty much every vape group in the UK got involved in this conversation, but just basically telling this guy he's a fucking idiot. Why the fuck does he want his battery back and stuff? And everybody's like, look, I'll send you one for free. And he said, that's not the point. I want this battery back. In the end, it all fizzled down, and the guy admitted he was a bit of a tool. And it was all smiles and happiness all around. So another person educated. And kudos to the vape company that done it. Really, because that could have potentially been very dangerous.
Yes.
Not potentially, it was very dangerous.
It was very dangerous.
But it was quite an epic, funny thread. To be completely honest, but yeah, the amount of people that said they'll send him a battery to compensate it.
I thought it was hilarious reading that thread. How literally every single person, bar maybe like 2 or 3 of the hundreds and hundreds of comments, were just saying, "Yeah, you're a fucking idiot, mate. That shop did the right thing."
Yeah, and he still was adamant he wanted that battery back.
It just really made my day seeing like so many people just telling this one guy, like, "Shut up, mate."
And this battery was literally fucked. But
can I say a massive thank you to Ben Handley? I'm not sure if he's watching or not. Bust his ass today to get some coils built up. Sorry, Rick. Get some coils built up for me quickly and out.
Sorry to me. Why are you saying sorry to me?
You don't like building coils.
Oh no! You get me wrong. You get me all wrong. I can understand why people appreciate building, but there's no point in building these fucking stupid Clapton god bastard twist around your fucking nuts coils, because it's all fucking placebo effect. Unless you could provide me with the science, and I've seen Craig Harrison's put this in a post. Unless you can provide me with the science, why you get more vapor and why you get better flavor. Science, not fucking opinion. Science.
Surface area.
It's surface area.
There's just as much surface area in a normal coil.
No, there isn't.
I will disagree on that. I will disagree on that.
That's just not true, right? If you draw a line that is 10 centimeters long, and then you draw a zigzag that is 10 centimeters long, if you stretch that zigzag out, it will be longer, because the surface area that makes up the surface of that zigzag is more than 10 centimeters.
Yeah, but then you're not factoring in heat flux.
Yeah, but that's to do with ramp, not flavor.
Right, it's all about science. You're not providing me with any scientific evidence. Let's crack on.
Right. Have you ever vape the one juice for so long? What juice do you vape a lot?
Me? Probably
Like,
this, the Havana.
No, you've been vaping this for 2 years, a year, or whatever?
Oh, not 2 years, no. Yeah, look, there you go. Craig Harrison, surface area is not science. Give me the physics and maths.
Well, no, surface area is exactly science.
No, it is science. And it's just like, I'm sorry, but I never got into this finicky shit. Wire Doctor gives out a fucking amazing flavor. It's clean wire. It's just like, I've worked on that for a while. But in there, I have fused Claptons. And Akina, I've been vaping it for over a year now. And I know it tastes differently if I vape it with this build and then if I build with Wire Doctor, and then if I build...
What's to say that's not placebo effect?
It's not a placebo effect, because my fucking taste buds, I've been vaping this juice for a year, and I know every fucking bit of it. I made it.
Yeah,
and I know if I vape it on staggered fused Claptons, let's say the cream and the vanilla come out a bit more. If I vape it in Wire Doctor, the fucking fruit part is just through the roof, and I don't take as much cream. Let's say it's just a matter of knowing the one juice, the one device, the one build, whatever, and it changes from one another.
But right, okay, it's scientifically proven that half, well, not half, but there's a certain percentage of your taste comes from your sight, believe it or not.
But here's another thing that you're overlooking. Here's another thing that you're overlooking. Even if it is placebo, the end effect is still that you get better flavor. Even if it's placebo, the end effect is still that you personally,
not to me, not
see,
to me. I don't.
Right, exactly. So you, if you are telling yourself it's not, then that could just as equally be placebic and causing you to not taste the flavor.
It could, but either that, or I'm just not affected by the con that is these coils.
If you promise not to act like a fucking bellend, next time I come to the UK, I'm gonna do 3 fucking Death Wish mod RDAs with 3 different builds in it, same juice, same device. Okay, you're gonna try them, blind test them, and you're gonna tell me they're all the same.
Right, we'll fucking do it. We'll do it.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
We'll do it, and I'll even record it on camera, and we'll play it live on the show afterwards. And I will be completely honest. Max, I will be 100% honest that I will. That's all I can be.
Well, he's the biggest trolling prick the world has ever known. He'll fucking lie just for the shits and giggles.
If I am wrong, I will admit it. But surely a blind taste test is the best way to do it.
Build in all 3, so just fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. But that wouldn't prove anything. If I say they all taste the same.
What are you over next, Max?
Huh? What
are you over next?
I was supposed to come for Vape Jam, but since not many people seem to be going, there's an expo in Edmonton, which is the first vape expo that's out west in Canada, which is a market I have a hard time getting in. I am in, but not as much as I could. I want to go, so I might do Edmonton instead of Vape Jam, because I don't think Vape Jam is going to be nothing more than hanging out with friends mostly. What I think.
That's ideal, though, isn't it, Max?
We love spending time with you, Max. We love spending time with you.
Love you guys. I miss you guys. I mean, but if I think business-wise, I should go to Edmonton. But I will be at Vape Expo Birmingham for sure, and I will probably be there for 2 or 2.5 weeks or something. Rent a car and just drive off, see Vape-esque, see the country more.
Chris J bullshit.
What?
You go see Chris.
Yeah, he lives at the United Nations, doesn't he?
What?
He lives at the United Nations, doesn't he?
He's a Scottish roll. He lives in fucking Scotland.
Nah, man, he's there at the United Nations, setting the world to right.
I don't get what you're saying. I don't know if it's my French or.
I'm not sure you were supposed to advertise that. I think that was a private thing that was shared.
I know. I've been dropping hints. About it every time he's in the chat. I'm never going to reveal why. I just like saying the word United Nations and Chris JB in the same sentence, because I know that somewhere up in Scotland, his fat little arsehole's winking, just winking at the thought.
But yeah, I'll be there for Vape Expo. That's for sure. 100%.
Cool beans. And we'll do it then. We will fucking do it then. And as
you know what, I'll provide the fucking builds if you want, because I want in on this. I want to get
Well, Scott is closer to you than I am, so he can do this test with you. I just want to see you try the same flavor on 3 different builds and tell people it's the same shit, because it's not.
We'll do it. Just to end the show, because we are at 31 minutes past 9, but we were a couple of minutes late, so we can afford to go over by a couple of minutes. Grumpy Monkey's got a vape meet, and it's actually partnered with my leaving party, sort of ish, on the 3rd of March. And we might have the Cheap Thrill Squad down there and stuff like that. So, yeah, if you are in the Bournemouth or Dorset area around there, then pop on down and have a beer. Huh?
What day's the 3rd of March?
Friday. Are you coming down?
I'll try.
Oh, that's exciting.
You see, I make the effort to come down, whereas...
Wow, yeah, but dude. I don't own a shop yet.
I'll try and come down, Rick. You're quite near to me.
Oh, please don't.
All right, I'll wait.
Do that test there. Film it. I want to see it.
Do that test. No, I want to do it in an expo with you.
All right. That will be amazing.
You know, as a gift, you could give me the 3 death wishes that you've used as well.
Free shit.
No.
Yeah, free shit.
Hashtag Rickbacks.
Hashtag Rickbacks. We should turn that into a proper hashtag.
So it's the end of the
If he admits that you're right, you have to give him the death wishes, yeah?
What?
If he admits that you're right, you have to give him the mods.
I'll gladly give him RDA if he admits I'm right.
Look, I will be completely honest. If I can't taste the difference, then I will quite happily give up an RDA for that.
Just see how easily bought he is. We'll just see how easily bought he is if you're live for an RDA.
Well, you just put the same build in each one, and I'll be like, yeah, that one.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Is Rick a Facebook admin? I am actually a Facebook admin for Vape Talk. Yeah.
An admin of all of Facebook, just the whole of Facebook.
Yeah.
Because
Admin.
quite a big deal is that, Rick?
Yeah, I am a big deal. Where is it? Oh, there you go. Best host, VTUK.
Spread it gold.
There you go. Right, I think we're fucking done. Anyway.
Fucking done.
Thank you very much, Max, for joining us.
I want to say thank you. The UK has been more than good to me since I've begun to sell my stuff there, be there, met some amazing people like you guys, like Dale, there's too many people, but DLM show, IDLM show.
No, it's like Craig's asking where the 3D print. Look, I kind of on a rival show, I did a big print, and on the on my own show, I done a small one.
But yeah,
just rival show
for the support and the love, and thanks for having me. Love that. More to come from Juices and Death Wish. It's gonna be booming. Trust me. Amazing shit coming.
No, we love what you do, man. We love what you do.
Love you guys. That's all I wanted to say.
I'm gonna cry a little bit.
Wouldn't be the first time, would it?
Oh, Stuart. You remember you were singing earlier?
Oh, did you get it?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
I mean, to be fair, I'm kind of like I even said to you the pre-show shit should be a fucking show reel. That's where all the gold comes out in the 10 minutes before the show.
I am going to make a habit of recording the pre-show because some of the shit that goes on in there is a little.
Yeah, the pre-show's pretty good.
But then I've got to edit it ready for the show. It's quite a complex process. Anyway, moving swiftly on. Thank you very much for tuning in to episode number 89. 89.
89.
11 off 100. Oh, what are we going to do for the 100?
Which means 15 off of 2 years, man.
Yeah, and Tom's done 5 of those.
Yep. But to be fair, delivering Chinese takeaway is fucking busy.
Yeah, it is a bit. All right. So thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for joining us, Max. It's been a pleasure to have you on. Dolan, thank you very much. And I'll see you later, Stuart.
Yeah.
People are actually asking if there is a Hangouts. I'm not doing one tonight. I'm sure Stuart isn't because he's too tired.
I will stay on for half an hour maximum.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll dump a link in the chat in a minute as soon as we've done the wiggly.
Yeah. Well, do you want me to? I'll grab the link and then I'll post it just so I click the off live. So we're going to post the link for the Hangouts in the chat and then we're going to disappear. So crazy wiggly fucking hands.
Guys.
There you go. Link's been posted.